Here, better than 14 points over his last. Kevin Durant's introductory press conference. A palpable buzz in this city as DeAndre Ayton left it short. Here comes man, has some help in Zubac. Team. And Jimmy's scared to think how good this club can be and what their ceiling will be once he makes his debut after the All-Star break. That is Morris. You lived it as a player so many years. How real is that?
Well, it's different now because I think you front load your schedule so you're playing the bulk of your games early, so you don't have a lot of time to make up for it. See Paul George with a beautiful.
That was the first thing he mentioned, Mason Plumlee having a traditional backup center, someone who has been on their radar, Jimmy, for the last couple of years. He is finally now joining the Clippers. What a finish, but
with this group.
Wasn't a legal defense against the Clippers, but certainly man's numbers have been much more. We cross the 8-minute mark. Look at Zubac getting out against Booker. Man in the open floor. Hard right-handed flush. Evie says Zubac once he comes back.
Well, the beautiful part is that Monty Williams already had a relationship with them based on OKC, but also USA Basketball. So the mindset and understanding is there, Paul George. Well, but that's the beauty of having some kind of, I think, connection with KD from Monty, a comfort level. KD, and you know him extremely well. How long do you think it will take for him to kind of integrate himself and kind of be a part of the flow of this offense?
I don't think it'll be long, guys. I think we keep an eye on when they stay in flow in the offensive end.
Dennis just likes to get those DMV references as much as he can.
Of course, you know that, Spiro.
Teague unable to squeeze it for the Clippers. Okogie from deep. Got it! This is Terrence Ross, who just acquired off waivers Wednesday from Orlando. This is his Phoenix debut tonight. Gets it to Ayton.
A great opportunity. I had a chance to talk to him before the game. I know him very well, along with his agent. And I said, young fella, do you understand?
Roll with the Clippers.
Jacques Landale gets it to Ross. Well, he could be an reserve unit here for Monty Williams. And Terrence Ross, a guy who has filled it up in his career. Gordon able to draw contact, puts it down. And league so unorthodox as Terrence Ross misses a three. TJ Warren gets it back and puts it down.
For a guy to come into the league or his whole life shoot one way. I think Tristan Thompson did it one time in Cleveland.
5-point game, early stages, second quarter. Just a half game separating these two teams in the West. That is Gordon. Booker, fourth game since the return from the leg injury that cost him 21 games. Okogie
came in shooting 9 for 15 from behind the three-point line.
This is Gordon left open, and Eric Gordon turns it over. This is Okogie, little Euro step, beautiful finish, right to the rack. 6-point game, then Lee takes it back. Massive press steal. Unbelievable as the Clippers suddenly get awfully sloppy. Josh Okogie.
The season has been very loose with the basketball where they will turn it over in spurts.
Paul George.
Problem more than the Phoenix Suns issue, you know?
Basically explains the season, all the craziness that they've had. What a pass! Surgical.
Crowd back involved.
Well, this fan base, this city doesn't need much more to get energized after the last couple of days.
They get shots anytime they want, and they don't. The problem is when they get bogged down offensively in a half-court set, and they turn it over.
This is Lee. Got it! Phoenix, as we come up on the midway point of this second quarter. Booker into the corner for Okogie. Starting to play with some confidence. And they turn it over. Zubac with the rip. Ahead of the field is man. Lines it up. Splash. And now Monty Williams just trying to temper expectations. Zubac.
You know, we're really superstitious as professional athletes.
He's been wearing that mask for more than a month. Ayton. Paul probing. Well, he's been doing that.
To see the ball go in for Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, an all-NBA player last year at the age of 37. Wrong night here in Phoenix for the Suns.
He is playing extremely well, understanding his role as a player, which is the key to NBA. And let's see if the mindset changes for the Clippers.
Guarded by Craig. Here's Leonard. Can Kawhi Leonard get his offensive game going? 0 of 8 shooting if you've just joined us for Leonard in the first half. That is George on a masterful three-point stroke. 14 for PG-13 and a quick answer from the corner.
Move. He attracted the double team to get out to Senior back to George. And then Torrey Craig able to respond with his own three.
Zubats. Number 17 minutes. George nearly another turnover. Clippers a home winner Tuesday. This is Mann swooping in. Right-handed game of the season. 34 out of potential 61 games as they try to maintain that.
Well, Booker has never had that dynamic score on the other side of him. And he's always been where Devin Booker is, and I love him. It's a different level with Kevin Durant. And actually, I think it may help Devin Booker be even more efficient as a
Bots ending an 8-0 Phoenix run. So a 2-point game. Look at Ayton in traffic going.
defender in space. All those things add up to making winning plays and putting yourself and your team in a situation to compete for a championship.
Ayton. How quickly can the Suns put it all together? And what they hope will be a deep run through the postseason. Leonard, beautiful drop off to Mann. Clippers defending. Suns have to hurry. Okogie turns it over and then rips it back from PG-13. They get it to Craig, corner three, splash!
Kevin Durant brings offensively is powerful, but he doesn't do that as a leader. Chris Paul will remain the vocal leader of this team, and I think that's very important.
Phoenix, number 4 team in the West, just a half-game lead over the Clippers. Ayton!
The switch to happen, and then Ayton to get in proper position to receive, catch, and finish.
Kawhi Leonard. Just think of all the weapons and all the different things that Plumlee can give you. Such a versatile big. Terrence Mann. Here comes Leonard, turns the corner, going glove tonight. Longest stretch of his career. He's not done it for his 6th consecutive game as Ross still at 10. This is Gordon weaving through traffic. Gordon, beautiful wraparound feed. It's Plumlee on a finish.
Opinion, guys, they're on bad teams, not looking at the playoffs, but Terrence Ross and Orlando never complain, stay professional. Eric Gordon as the alpha with the big keys to coming off the bench for both teams.
But you made the point when we were talking at a halftime about this, and Paul George with a nice shot, that being professional.
The additions with Gordon for the Clippers and Terrence Ross for the Suns could prove dividends for both of these two teams, hoping to make.
Now, I know there's big grumblings here about Lee not being invited to the three-point shooting contest.
Beautiful little floater that's pushed LA's lead back to 9. So Highland with 7 off the bench. This is Okogie. Corner pocket 3 for Phoenix. Two teams giving their money's worth here in Phoenix. Three-pointer from Ross won't go, gets his own rebound and puts it up and in. Finish. Final 8 weeks of the regular season. Chris Paul has just tied Michael Jordan for 3rd place on the NBA's all-time steals list. 2,504. It's Gordon, Leonard, and Paul George. Booker. Tough defense from Gordon.
Court, all switchable assets, so to speak. Even Duke can guard in a little bit of space. Paul George.
George teeing off right through the.
You know what I mean? Now you can get it back here.
Well, you just see the quickness of Paul George. Incredible, Jimmy. Look at Mann as his.
Early in his career, there were gaps and shots he wouldn't see. The game has slowed down, and now he's making plays just like we saw either in transition or in the half-court setting.
In the Western Conference standings, with Phoenix holding just a half-game lead over the Clippers. This is George, gets to the elbow, that mid-range work through. They've got 8 weeks, Jimmy, to figure it out, but what a bunch of additions that they've made. Look at Booker! Well, 2 minutes here in Phoenix. Leonard maintains his feet, puts it down! That was nasty! Final 60 seconds, shot clock down to 2. What a matchup between Paul and George. Leonard flicked. Booker's 3 won't go. Paul is there with 13.